Hi Aquarius, I hope you're all really well. Thanks for stopping by. I am Husky Light. Your August 2016, time is just flying at the moment. Reading. Couple of words before we start, as always, it is a general reading. Please check out your rising sign and your moon sign, either for extra clarity, more messages, or if this doesn't happen to resonate with you for this month. Healing and clearing sessions with me, $25 for a half-hour Skype session and an angel card. That is, email me for that, please. It's info@huskylight.com if you need any help with awakening. And for a personal reading, click up on the link in the corner. Couldn't get my words out then. And that takes you through to the website. It's loads of different readings and prices to choose from, so get yourself booked in. I'd love to do one for you. Right. You've got a very slightly confusing reading from what I can see this month, but it's leading somewhere, and I just want you to, what I also did as well just before the reading, I just sort of contemplated on the cards, had a good look at them, see if I could get extra messages through for them, and there is other stuff that has come through with this, which is probably quite specific to some of you, but I'll bring it up throughout the reading. So we are starting out with the Page of Cups, which usually is a really good card. It's information coming through, somebody coming through with information, with news. This could be by email, by letter, by phone call, something that gives you cause to think about it. It's an emotional, usually has emotion behind the message. It could be as simple as you have applied for a loan, or you've applied for something and you get a big fat yes from it, which is really good. So there isn't anything to worry about financially, particularly for some of you. It's like, yes, I've put in for this loan, I've got this loan, all is well. It could be a message through from a loved one or a family member, giving you some sort of help in regards to something that is emotionally important to you, like a relationship or a job or something that's close to you. So there is messages coming through, there is things happening there. This could be another water sign that's coming through with the message. It could be, or especially a Pisces rising sign or moon sign. But this is what's happening around in August. It can happen at the beginning of the month, or it can happen during the month, depending on what time and that you were born. The challenge with that card that's come through is the Hermit. The Hermit is all about going within, not talking about it, thinking about it, reflecting on it. Maybe you have to think about whatever this decision or message is that's coming through. Keeping it to yourself, not wanting to talk to anybody about it, making sure that it is, you're shining a light on it yourself, making sure that you've got the right information. So it's like there's an offer coming in, but you have to think about whatever this offer is. I also want to say, which came up at the beginning when I was contemplating, I feel like some of you, whatever this is that's coming in, you want to keep it a secret. You don't want to tell anybody about it yet. And this is going to go two ways. For some of you, you're keeping it a secret because it's really good news and you're waiting for it to be a surprise. For others, but at the same time you're thinking about it and maybe contemplating the right way in which to tell others. For others of you, I'm reading it a little bit differently. I'm reading it in a way that you're having to keep it a secret. You're having to not tell anybody at the moment about it because you're not sure of how they would react. Maybe this is somebody coming back from the past. Maybe this is an ex-partner that's come back into your life. Maybe you have decided to get a divorce from somebody or quit your job or something along those lines, and you don't know how to tell others, or you don't think it's in their best interest to know at the moment. It's keeping your cards close to your chest. So it's sort of working two ways for you. It could even be a pregnancy, I'm afraid, for some of you that's coming through, that you're holding on to the information. You're not actually wanting to give it out just yet. For others of you, it's fine. You're just it's not that serious. It's not that secretive. It's just that you're waiting for the right time to tell somebody else, or waiting for the right time to mention it, to give out this information of the news that has come in to you, which is something that isn't something you care about. As I say, whether that be a relationship or money, or depends on your circumstances. We've got the Two of Swords just in the past position. I think with the Two of Swords, I'm getting a slightly different message with this. I feel like you've spoken to somebody, or you've offered somebody something, or somebody has offered you something, and there's a backing down. There is an agreement that has come round recently. Like somebody's taken off the blindfold and put down those swords, stopped being stubborn. It's like somebody's come back to you with emotional news, and they've said yes, they've agreed, they've backed down from something that maybe originally they were very stubborn about, or they were very determined they were going to say no to. They've sort of come around and said, yeah, you were right, or yes, actually I agree with you, or you couldn't get a loan from anywhere else, and somewhere along the line you've now got news coming in that yes, you have got that loan come in. It's something along those lines. This could even be you backing down and agreeing to something, thinking about something in a different way, and then going along with somebody else and agreeing with somebody else. So actually you being the Page of Cups and saying, yes, okay, I agree with this, I'm going to go along with this. But still, there is this contemplative thinking about it, maybe not wanting to tell others about it altogether. On the whole, for most of you, you're thinking this is good news, this is good. You're suddenly feeling like the world is at your feet. You're feeling like things are finally going your way for a change. You're feeling on top of the world. You're feeling happy about things. There's a sense of, for some of you, this is travel. You've been offered a placement somewhere. You've been offered a job somewhere in a different country, or in a completely different town, city, and you're sitting on it. You're sitting on that decision as you wait on how to tell others. There is a definite of something being kept to yourself, whether it's news that's come into you that you need to keep to yourself, or it's a decision that you've made, but there's just this feeling of not wanting to tell anyone else for one reason or another at this time, keeping it to yourself. But with the World card, you've got all these thoughts of, this is wonderful, this is brilliant, this is exactly what I wanted, this is the direction I want to go in. Definite travel for some of you. This could even be for some of you, which is quite specific, like you've got a surprise holiday planned for the family, and you're sitting on it because you want to surprise them, or something like that, some sort of news like that. And what's coming around for you is the Sun card. The Sun card is like the sun is shining on you, everything is wonderful, everything is fine. You're feeling you're feeling on top of the world. You're feeling like things are finally going in your favour. You're safe, you're protected. There is a very sunny outlook. There is very positive things coming for you in the future. Definite material happiness for some of you. There's still this getting together for some of you with somebody else There's still that going on as well, but there is this just overriding of this mystery around it, this wanting to keep it to yourself, not want to talk about it, wanting to think about it first before it comes through. But on the whole, you thinking that this is a really good thing, this is a really fantastic thing for you. We've got the Magician in the near future. So we've got the World, we've got the Sun. This definitely points to holidays and vacations for some of you, travelling for some of you. This, whatever you're going to put, when we've got the new moon as well, tomorrow on the 2nd, whatever you're creating, whatever you're putting your focused will into is coming around. It's manifesting, it's coming true for you. You're getting what you want, getting what you've been thinking about and dreaming about. It's coming through, and it's a very masculine energy with the Magician. The Magician achieves his goals through creation, through imagination, through manifesting things, using his skills and abilities to bring things through. So this is what you're doing in a really good way. Especially, I think this is around the beginning of the month, as I say. But again, there is this mystery with things that you're just wanting to hold back from saying anything to anyone. Right, here comes the slight word of warning, because your overall energy is the 5 of Cups. Be careful you don't get to whatever this is that you're holding back or thinking about. Try not to get too deep into it. For most of you, I think it's actually a good thing that you're doing this for a good reason, or you're hiding something or keeping something from somebody else for a good reason. But for some of you, I feel like it might get to you a little bit. With this 5 of Cups, it's talks about it can talk about emotional loss. So for some of you it could be actually, you have lost a relationship, or you have lost a job, or you have lost something, and you're holding that back from somebody else. You're not wanting to upset them, you're not wanting to talk about it, you're trying to think things through. Again, I don't think this is for everybody. I think this is only for certain ones of you. I think for the most part, you're holding back because it's something positive, because you're feeling on top of the world about it. You're feeling good about things, but maybe it's just the thought of the reaction from others around you that may get to you, that may get you a little bit frustrated. Maybe you haven't got the way of explaining it to somebody else. What you need to remember is your initial thoughts on agreeing to this, your initial thoughts on why you're doing what you're doing was you'd already thought it through. You'd already thought, right, well, this is a benefit to others, this is good, this is the best direction to go in. Yes, other people might not agree, some people might not agree, but again, in the long run, it's a good thing. So look at the blessings that are around with this. We've also got the 10 of Wands, which is energies around you, and that is the feeling of having too many burdens, things going on. Now, this could be somebody around you, and maybe you're trying to take a burden away from them. Maybe you're trying to lessen their load by doing what you're doing, by getting this loan out, by not saying what you want to say, by arranging this holiday for them, by this house move, by whatever this is that you're contemplating on and not talking about yet, maybe holding back. So you might be doing it for a reason that is trying to take the burden away from somebody else, trying to help somebody else. What I want to bring into this card, though, is, again, be careful, because specifically for some of you, You may be a little bit accident prone this month, which may make you a little bit frustrated, which may make you sort of think, oh my God, why have I taken on this huge thing that I'm not willing to share with anyone else, that I'm not willing to get help with from anybody else. Just be aware of that. Be careful of being accident prone. I've got stubbing of toes, foot, ankle twisting sort of things going on, some sort of general, maybe an infection coming on in a toe or in a foot, something along those lines. So it might be that because you're rushing around, because you're trying to keep things secret, because you're trying to not alert other people to this, you're not paying attention to things around you. So please pay attention to what's going on around you. It's like you're going to be very preoccupied with whatever this is this month. And don't regret the decision. Most of you won't regret this decision. You've got the magic to put your focus will into it. But don't let anybody else make you regret. I think what I'm trying to say is don't let anyone else let you regret making the decision. I think they'll come round. I think they'll be happy. I think it's all good. I think in most people's circumstances you are actually doing this as a favour, or to take the burden away from somebody else, or do it as a surprise. But don't let anybody talk you into, oh, that was a really bad idea, why did you do that, that shouldn't have happened. And maybe that's why you're keeping it. Again, it's working both. For some of you it's really good. For some of you there's going to be a bit of interference going on with it, and your overall, you know, your fears and doubts for the month is the Seven of Swords, which is all about keeping secrets, being deceptive. And again, usually I would read this as somebody else, and in some cases it could be somebody else around you that is keeping something from you. But I think for the most part it's you keeping something back from somebody else, and the delay that there is in being able to tell others. It's like you've got a plan, you've got something to do, you've got a direction to go in, you are feeling on top of the world about it, but you can't tell anyone. For some of you it is a pregnancy, and you're waiting until the sort of the 12-week mark before you say anything, before you announce it to someone. And even, you know, something like that can seem burdensome to some of you, you know, because maybe you're dying to tell somebody and you just can't. You think, no, I want to keep it to myself and make it safe at the moment. So there is some sort of secretiveness going on. But your outcome card is the Queen of Swords. So you are definitely very clear thinking about this. You are definitely in quite a determined state of mind. I'm sorry, the phone rang, had to switch it off. Yeah, you're definitely in a determined state of mind and very clear thinking about this, and knowing what direction you are taking this plan, this project, this news that has come in to you, this agreement with somebody else, whatever this is that you've done or are doing this month, you are determined to do it. There is a reason, there is a really good reason behind it for you, and you're not going to take any BS actually from anybody else with the Queen of Swords. She doesn't do that. So if anybody does try to sort of come forward, and when you do tell them what's going on, when you do come out with this piece of news, this plan that you've got, or something that has happened that you've been not willing to talk to about, I think if anyone does come forward and say something to you, you'll probably give them what for. But I think on the most part, this is in a positive way. You are doing it to protect others. You are doing it to take the burden away from somebody else. You're doing it as a surprise for somebody else. You're doing it for your own protection to a certain extent as well, while you think things through, even though you're going ahead with it. It's like you don't want anyone interfering with it, and you will tell them that quite clearly if they try to, because you are thinking about this in a very analytical, logical way, and as far as you can see, this is the most logical way to go. Just be careful again of, in fact, no, I don't know. Do I need to say be careful? No, I don't, because I just think if there was any sort of opposition within this, I think you just give them what for anyway. You are acting very decisively in your actions this month. And again, for some of you, this could be quite burdensome, so just be aware of that. Be careful of that. I think at some point, I don't think this is something you're planning on hiding for a long time, but for some of you, it might feel a little bit burdensome while you are hiding this or not talking about it, keeping something close to your chest, keeping something a secret for the moment. And at some point it's going to have to come. I think that it's like at some point the truth will have to come out, and it is going to come out, but it's going to be your focus, will and attention, that you bring it out at the right time, under the right circumstances, or what you think are the right circumstances, so that you can make, so that the best conclusion is come to by everybody around you. It's like you have very keen perceptions at the moment. So that's your, let me know what is going on with you this month. You are being very mysterious. Take care of your legs and your ankles and your toes. As I say, although all of this is going on, pay attention to what's directly in front of you. Don't have any accidents or anything this month, please. I don't want that bit to come true. Okay, take care of yourselves. I love you loads, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.